খবৰ দিব বিচাৰিছো এবাৰ পিএফআই চিএফআইৰ বিৰুদ্ধে কঠোৰ হৈছে অসম আৰক্ষী অসমত পিএফআই আৰু চিএফআইৰ ভয়ংকৰ ষড়যন্ত্ৰ তথ্য লাভ কৰিছে আৰক্ষী আৰু তাৰ পাছতে অসম আৰক্ষী কঠোৰ হৈছে প্ৰায় 18টাকৈ গোচৰ ৰুজু কৰিছে অসম আৰক্ষীয়ে এটা অতি গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ খবৰ এই মুহূৰ্তত টাইমতে দৰ্শকসকলৰ বাবে লৈ আহিছো অসমত খুপনি পুতিবলৈ চলোৱা পিএফআই চিএফআই ষড়যন্ত্ৰ অৱশেষত ফাদিল হৈছে পিএফআই বিৰুদ্ধে কঠোৰ হৈছে অসম আৰক্ষী অসমত খুপনি পুতি অহৰহ ষড়যন্ত্ৰ কৰাৰ অপচেষ্টা চলাই অহাৰ অভিযোগ উত্থাপিত হৈছে পিএফআই চিএফআই বিৰুদ্ধে আমি পিএফআই বিৰুদ্ধে 16টা আৰু চিএফআইৰ বিৰুদ্ধে 2টাকৈ গোচৰ পঞ্জীয়ন কৰিছো অসম আৰক্ষীৰ ফালৰ পৰা তথ্য প্ৰকাশ কৰা হৈছে আৰু এই বিস্ফোৰক মন্তব্য কৰিছে অসম আৰক্ষীৰ বিশেষ শাখাৰ এডিজিপি হীৰেন নাথে এডিজিপি হীৰেন নাথৰ ফালৰ পৰা কেইবাটাও গুৰুত্বপূৰ্ণ মন্তব্য আগবঢ়োৱা হৈছে সংখ্যালঘু সম্প্ৰদায়ৰ ওপৰত সৰু সৰু বিষয়ক লৈ আক্ৰমণ কৰিবলৈ উচতনি দিয়াৰো অভিযোগ উত্থাপিত হৈছে পিএফআই আৰু চিএফআইৰ ওপৰত বিশেষ চকু ৰাখিছে বুলি মন্তব্য কৰিছে এডিজিপি হীৰেন নাথে অসমত খুপনি পুতিবলৈ চলোৱা পিএফআই আৰু চিএফআই ষড়যন্ত্ৰ অৱশেষত ফাদিল হৈছে আৰু পিএফআই চিএফআইৰ বিৰুদ্ধে কঠোৰ হৈছে এতিয়া অসম আৰক্ষী অসমত খুপনি পুতি অহৰহ ষড়যন্ত্ৰ কৰাৰ অপচেষ্টা চলাই অহাৰ অভিযোগ পিএফআই চিএফআইৰ বিৰুদ্ধে আমাৰ হাতত অসম আৰক্ষীৰ বিশেষ শাখাৰ এডিজিপি হীৰেন নাথৰ মন্তব্য আছে আমি মন্তব্য এই মুহূৰ্তত আগবঢ়াইছো
You see, PFI is trying to get foothold in Assam for quite some time. In the recent past, we have registered total 18 cases, 16 cases against PFI and 2 cases against CFI. And we have submitted charge sheets in 12 cases so far. And other rest of the cases are under investigation. Now, you might have seen that one of the modus operandi of this group or the workers is that anything happening anywhere in the country which do not have any connection with Assam, maybe some hijab issue or something relating to some temples or mosques, so they will demonstrate here in different parts, especially in the lower Assam region, in Guwahati city, Gwalpara, Barpeta district, Baksa, Dhubri, like this, and parts of Barak Valley also. And another thing what we have seen, that anything relating to a minority community, it may be a road accident, it may be a quarrel between two groups, it may be some misunderstanding, it may be investigation of a case by a law enforcement agency, they try to term it as an attack on the minority community or attack on the or exploitation of the minority community. So this is some kind of a provocation. So if you provoke people continuously, so it's very dangerous for a democratic country, for the system. So exactly what they are doing this thing now, And secondly, you might be knowing that on 15th of April, we registered a case in Barpeta district in which some ABT activists were arrested. One of them was Makibul Hussain. During the interrogation, we came to know that he was the president of PFI of Barpeta district. So earlier he was president and he was actively working in the PFI. Later on, he resigned from PFI and joined this group. And he was trained by one Mehdi Hassan of Bangladesh. When this case was investigated and started interrogation of these guys, Mehdi Hassan escaped. But in another case, we arrested one Bangladeshi national, Suman, as you know. And that first case was taken over by the NIA. We are keeping very sharp eye on these things. Some of the things what they are doing may not be directly showing that they are doing something anti-national. But recently, Guwahati city registered 2 cases, and another case was registered in Dhubri district, where they were clandestinely publishing some materials, some pamphlets in a printing press in Guwahati. Generally, when you print a pamphlets, the name of the press and details of the publisher and others are also given. But in this case, we have seen that they have not done this thing. They have written something, anti-national, anti-government things there. And then they asked one courier to take these printed pamphlets at night without mentioning that these packets contain the pamphlets. So it shows that they are up to something which they are doing very secretly, very clandestinely. and we are keeping very sharp watch. One thing is clear, that we will not allow them to have strong footholds in this part of the country. We are very much alarmed. We are continuously alerting our lower formations, and that will not be allowed to do, though they are trying their level best. Eating this thing, but from this group, you might be remembering that we recovered lot of printing materials actually, which were printed in Bengali language, which were printed in Arabic, and the printing materials contains literature relating to jihad, how to do jihad, how to attract people towards jihad, and what are the requirements for a jihadi, what will be the indoctrination part, how you have to be a very religious man before becoming a jihadi, all these things. If when you do something clandestinely, that very secretly, without this thing informing properly or during broad daylight or observing the rules, then definitely there may be some kind of suspicion that why you are doing this thing. Because there is no harm in a democratic country to print something which is legal, and it should be done after observing all kinds of formalities, existing rules. But since you have not done this thing and you are smuggling all these things and printing very secretly without informing anyone, and that's to even courier doesn't know that what is there inside the packets, and words are printed there are very much objectionable, which may provoke or whip up the sentiment of the common people against the government. So these are definitely objectionable. So we are investigating these things. We are trying to find out who are the people behind all these things. Found their activities mainly in Borpeta, Gwalpara district, Baksa, and parts of Darang district. At least in 10 districts they are trying to consolidate, and we are keeping very sharp watch on their activities. If they do something democratically within the purview of law, we have nothing to do. But when you're trying to do something very secretly and trying to provoke people against another community, trying to whip up the sentiment of the common people, ordinary people, then it's an area of concern for us. As a law enforcement agency, my duty of Assam Police is to maintain law absolutely without any trouble anywhere. Now, anyone trying to disturb this social peace and tranquility, take law into their hands, we should be very much stern against them. We will take very strong action. We cannot allow this thing. If you are doing something democratically, observing all the norms, without disturbing other communities, without disturbing the sentiments of the other communities, we have nothing to say, nothing to object in this regard. But whenever you say something which is not related to the state, and you are also whipping up the sentiment, every moment you are trying to mislead the people with false propaganda, then it's an area of concern. So we'll be keeping sharp watch on this thing. We will provide all kinds of help. If UP police request any kind of help, we'll provide 100% all kinds of help to them. There is no question about it. A couple of boys holding weapons, that is bad, no doubt. But when you try to provoke general people against the establishment, against the government, there is more dangerous than the taking arms, because when someone takes arms, it becomes visible and you can target easily. You can legal action becomes very much clear. But when you are doing something very clandestinely, going to the interior places, actually you see.